Now, for our viewers that may not know you, can you please tell us who you are and what you play?
Nigel Taylor, singer, vocalist.
Allison, drums.
Daniel, keyboards.
How did you guys come to form a band?
I had formed Platform One several years before meeting Dan or Allison, and then I met Dan as a DJ in a club in Rhode Island. Pompously gave him my CD and said, "Spin this," and he went, "Yeah, whatever." And he did spin it, and then he went, "I've got this tape of stuff that sounds like it should be on The Hurting, but I wrote it, so here, play it." And so we've been together pretty much ever since.
Yep.
And then Allison came along a few years later, but she had been doing percussion for hand percussion for several years prior, so it just kind of all gelled.
Excellent. You guys just put out an album not too long ago. Would you like to say a few words about it?
We just released our EP, The Silent Have Names, and it's got 2 new tracks and 3 remixes. And it's indicative of where we're going musically, so I'm really quite fond of it. It's I think some of our best work to date, actually. So, and it's in iTunes and Digital Third in Philadelphia and a few other stores. So, but it's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
And what kinds of things do you guys sing about? Obviously, you're definitely a goth type band, but what are some of your lyrics about?
I sing a lot about hope and finding oneself. I think earlier on I sing a lot about mistrust of oneself, and it's changed slightly over the years. We've always had sort of a dark sound, but yet the lyrics have always been somewhat bright. Most of the band is fairly spiritual in different paths or different orientations, but I think that has always sort of found its place in our music. So we've always tried to have a very danceable, fun music, but sort of a semi-serious or at least reasonably cognitive lyrical process.
What was your favorite show or the greatest moment that you've had as a band?
I'll let you field that one first.
Me? My favorite moment for the band was probably opening for Covenant.
I concur.
Yeah, that would be in, we played with Covenant in Boston at the Palladium. That was probably my favorite show.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of epic.
Mostly because they're one of my favorite bands, and as I was getting off the stage, they kind of went like that to me, so I was like, "Oh, all right."
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Props from Covenant.
Covenant gave us props.
Nice.
Excellent.
Covenant.
Okay.
The Covenant show is pretty awesome. I have a sort of fondness for the California show, the San Jose show we did, because it was the first show that sort of linked us up with the steampunk community, and it was just fun to get to be to a whole new audience.
What do you think you relate to the steampunk genre, as it were?
Well, we've always been fans of the literature and the aesthetic. I mean, there's no denying we have goth roots, very deeply seated goth roots. But Allison loves shiny, sparkly bits, and we've always, again, the literature, the aesthetic, the whole 9 yards. We just sort of found a way to meld our pre-existing goth with the steampunk attributes.
And I personally like to dress like a supervillain, so where better to be?
Excellent.
He's super evil.
We were speaking before the interview a little while ago. Now, how many people have asked you if you actually play Snape from Harry Potter?
Oh, more than I can count.
And are you proud of this fact?
I don't mind it. I've grown up with various hairstyles and been compared to various people. I'm not going to mention names who I've been compared to. So to be compared to Alan Rickman and or Snape was kind of a compliment. So yeah, it's fun.
And where can our viewers find you on the interwebs?
www.platform-one.com, and on Facebook under Platform One, and Reverb Nation, Shockhound, iTunes.
Well, thank you for your time and have a wonderful performance tonight.
Thank you.